Hello, this is Imnala yet again for another little short dungeon jaunt. I'm probably gonna stream for about another hour. The first one went pretty well. I uploaded it, no issues. I took a little break. I got some custom portraits, gave my guy a new fancy little dwarven one. Kind of like how that one looked, so decided to go with that one. I realized I got a shining ring, but one of the new features in this expansion is you can wear two rings. So yeah, I'm gonna grab myself a second one of these, and yeah, that should help a little bit. And we're gonna dive right in, see what, if we can't rustle up a few things. I let the dungeon respawn. It's part of why I took a little break, but I also wanted to see like how the first video would upload, and I didn't see any problems with it, so I consider that a complete positive. But it's still the same old adventure, just looking for tomes, leveling up a little bit. I've already noticed a huge difference with how the battles are going overall. Just that little bit of equipment and leveling. There's still some battles I might consider not fighting. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, well, time to go level up. Nice. Don't need another one of these, don't need that. Save the gold for later. Nice, nice. Snakes don't really need that. Good, good. So yeah, that first stream turned out really well. I'm pretty glad. I thought the audio levels are fine, but if anyone else has other thoughts, just let me know. Yeah, I'm still not gonna pick a fight with a rowdy unless it's actually aggressive towards me. Once I get 2 swings, then they'll start being more worth it. But trading 1 for 1, just gonna be a run shortener. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go off and heal before I pick a fight with them. Think it'll be okay. Nothing too fancy with this stuff, just more of the same. Yeah, the reason why I'm kind of avoiding the snakes is not because I can't take them, but because they don't really give you anything for winning. You can't get tomes, you can't... just a little bit of experience, and I think experience is fine, but you can get experience anywhere. Just go fight a better room. Took the hit to open the chest. I'll just heal for a second. Yeah, see, I didn't feel bad grabbing the second ornament ring because I knew I'd just find one. Not a big deal. Replace it. Ooh, that's cute. Well, I got teleported away, but the funny thing is if you're by yourself, that doesn't hurt too much. Okay, where did I end up? Well, I'm not too far from the beginning. But it's not great that I'm way the heck out here. This might actually be a little bad because I might have to dig my way through a number of rooms. Nope, actually I think I'm okay. I think I fought my way through. Good. Actually, I know where I was, so I can actually go get that treasure chest. So, like, if you can manage to find your way back after a teleporter trap, the chest is now untrapped. You can just grab what was in it. I'm really hoping that after all that nonsense that there's something good in it. But we'll see. That's enough to level. Let's head back and see what happened from all that Yeah, if you're alone, it doesn't really matter if you get teleported as long as it's not somewhere that you can't fight your way out of. But if you're in a party, it'll just teleport the person that did it. Oh yeah, that was very worth it. Nice. That's exactly the one thing I needed. So I'm gonna spend some money, turn that neutral. Gonna go in, use this up. There we go. We reached 12. That is the magic number. We can toss our old sword in the dumpster. Grab this dagger still. Just looking to see what the other one's levels are. So it's possible to get upgrades at 22 and 26 if I find something equivalent. Yeah, this dagger stealth is gonna be the world of difference. Now the dungeon's gonna start running away from me. Now I don't have to be anywhere near as picky about who I fight. Can probably clear all these scoundrels out. Probably clearing a lot of these rooms without even taking damage. Yeah, this is so much nicer. So, yeah, see, if you just stick with it, you will find some tomes and potions and get yourself up to fighting standards. That's not to say we can't get roughed up a little if we get a little unlucky. But, I mean, it's nowhere like before. Be ready to run on this. But I can start poking these rowdies. Yeah, no, see, they're still pretty rough, but, you know, I can trade blows with them at least now. There we go. Let's see what we got. Anything good? More endurance, that bodes well. One more, and I think we can go ahead and make another character and see if we can't expand our forces. Yeah, this room's actually good to keep track of, because if you ever get like a quest for killing a water dweller like they like to give, that's one of the few rooms on 2 that drops like frogs and the weakest of the water creatures, the Cayujetas. Otherwise, you have to go into the water area on 3 and 4 and just really hope that it pops in, but it's still pretty unlikely. But here you at least get like one room that you get a chance, and above on floor 1 there's another small room that has, I think, just a chance of frogs, pretty much. So it's nice to keep that in mind. Yeah, chest. Okay. So a tip for fighting magic users is just sort of leave the room and let them get closer. You know, if they're angry at you, just let them come closer, because like spitters, they will absolutely face tank you if they get a chance by just casting spells on you. Of course, sometimes they are slow as hell. But slowly their sprites should move towards you. Well, I don't want it bad enough to go get my chase after it, so. But if you kill those guys, you can get some of the items that only magic users drop. It's kind of worth it if you can get away with 1 or 2 kills around. Yeah, I think the first character I'm going to add is that thief in, because I think that will make a good difference to the quality of loot we're getting. It wouldn't be the biggest addition to my fighting power, but it would enable me to get another team member even quicker. And while this guy can sit up front and kinda play interference for a while. So it's probably fine. But yeah, now that I'm a little stronger, I'm making it to these fancier little areas to the side. Yeah, I think that's good for this little sojourn. Let's mosey back and level up. Yeah, there we go. Cool beans. Now let's see all this loot we got. I got a whole bunch of tomes. I'm hoping for some more good stuff. First, let's clear out the junk. Let us see. We got here more endurance. Let's roll the learning. That's nice. Leadership. That's fine. Okay. Well, let's take stock on that. So leadership I don't need right now. Learning I'm going to hold to the side until I know who needs it most. Because that's going to come down to who needs to join a magic guild or needs it for equipment. So, I'm going to combine up what I can. Okay. Neutral. Neutral. Get it all together, make it nice. Good, good. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to create character. Now I can make this visible. Let us see. I'll think of a name as I go along, but I want to get a Ceres. I can't change the portrait in this to custom ones, so I'm gonna kind of sort that out as I go. Now I want to start as artisan even if I switch to thief. That's a lot of points. But for every character you want to have a minimum of 10 and 10. Okay. Then you want to put as many into Constitution as you can. So that when you go to use tomes, it only takes 6. Then you want to get Strength and Dexterity to 12 and 12 at the minimum. So while I can't join Thief immediately, I will be able to use this Dagger of Stealth when I get to it, and I should be able to find 3 more Dexterity from somewhere. I think this is a working plan. Okay, so as for what I want to name them, Sticky Fingers. Sticky Fingers is a fun name. Let's just go with that. Alright, so let's load that one up. I can bring in my character I've been working through. Load them up front. Let's see it look through. Find an appropriate picture for this. I think I'll settle for this. This looks nice. Alright. Now the same thing's gonna apply as before, but I can get her a couple pieces of equipment. Be a little nicer to her. Get that little girdle on her. It's not a lot, but it'll help. What else can I get? What I can look at is what they require in different guilds. So if I'm going to join Thief, I'm going to actually need another Charisma. So I can go over to him, I can go to the bank, and I can first give her the Endurance. I can change this over. Give her that. Stack it up in there. Now, what I plan on doing is I'm gonna stack her up front so she gets the first swing in combat, and I'm just gonna gain an easy level or two up here on these easy enemies. Look at how much nicer this is, just having one. So if there's ever a character you want to level up a little faster, just have them up front. They'll get an attack in and here and there, and they'll get some swings on stuff, and the people behind them will just finish them off. So the order you want them to level in is just the level to keep them in the party. Now the people up front will get swung at first, just to make that distinction. So if you think they're in danger, maybe not do it that way. But if you think you can just like run around and mostly be okay, this is a good way to do it. Ooh. I actually did not know that was a door. I just bumped the wall and I fell through it. Interesting. Well, that was new. So that's a shortcut to one of the new areas that you can reach from floor 1. Very interesting. So you can reach it from floor 2 or floor 1 in that corner.
Hello there.
See, I'm still learning new stuff about these corners. Yep, that's 9 more, 10 more. Good. So she's already more than twice as healthy as before. So that's already a good step in the right direction. This looking. Yeah, if I go carefully, I can still fight on 2. I just gotta be a little careful about it. Yeah, so I got her a little bit of experience. Once she get hurt, I'll pop up. But yeah, once she catches up to like level like 5 or 6, she should be pretty much on par again. But yeah, this has been really fortuitous so far. So second character means a little bit more management when you go back to town, but it's really not too bad. Ooh, those guys are actually, I think, deeper snakes than I thought they were. Fortunately, if your character is poisoned and you think they might be in danger of dying, if you just stand by a potion, one of these fountains, it'll keep you from dying. Because it will heal you at the same rate as a normal dose of poison would get you. It's not such a problem. Now, Constitution also makes it easier for you to shrug off poison in general, and if you have resistances as well. Now Seraphs have a nice number of really strong resistances, like they're really strong against acid and stoning, which is super useful, and mind and electric are really dangerous in the mid levels. So in a general sense, this is already has some really solid resistances. Dwarves are kind of in the middle. They've got small resistances to a bunch of stuff, but really good against rain and ice. So they got some good stuff going for them that way. But keep in mind that all of those stats can actually be completely copied over by just leveling up resistance casting guilds high enough level. Although high enough level is relative, that can be hundreds of levels for some of the spells. So it's a major investment that pays off in the long run. Yeah, if you're gonna fight slimes like this, make sure you are close to them when you start the combat, because if they are any distance, they will absolutely wreck you. So while this is largely a text-based game, the one thing it keeps track of is your distance to the enemy when you start. Yeah, if you also have anyone pinned, just put them in the back, and then they'll get a little less experience, and your other characters can start leveling up more. It's just a way to rotate the experience in and out and not waste as much of it. But yeah, we did good. He even got a level... Ooh, that's a good hike in that. How'd we do here? Got kind of lower amount of HP on that. 7-7. Yeah, you're gonna get a little less with the Artisan, and there's not much you can do about it, but it doesn't truly matter in the long run because the cap is 999 and every character can reach it by level 500. It's just a matter of when. It's just an early game boost that can make a big difference. So here's an interesting weapon that's new in this. I think that this is actually stronger at level 1 than most of the weapons because it has bonuses to striking certain enemy types that are not super problematic but a little annoying. Specifically, humanoid slimes. Slimes. And a lot of the animals you face on 2 are enemies are animals early on. Like all those flying owls and the bears. They're not deadly, but you know, take your bonuses where you can. I like to keep these a little consistent where I can. I guess when you start different classes, it sorts it in different order, though. Interesting. Well, fixed it. There we go. Ourselves a nice little initial boost. There we go. Maybe we can survive on 2 a little better this time. What is nice that Artisan has a lower level for reaching its item pool. That's its bonus, is that it gets to learn how to use items a lot earlier than other classes, so it's not a huge leg up, but it is a nice little jump in what you can expect. Also, Artisan gains attack and defense stats really fast, but has a lower maximum than most other classes. So, that's something to keep in mind as well. They're kind of like the early risers, but doesn't have the staying power. Now, I'm not going to fight this last room. It's a layered enemy called the Aboleth, and it's got some nasty stats on it and doesn't actually drop anything useful for me. I believe it's needed for a quest that is for a specific class, but if I need it, I will get it down the road. Don't mind all these like right access errors. They don't actually do anything. It's just an idiosyncrasy with Windows 10. On older installs, like it just locks files without administrator access and doesn't save it when you try to change it. So unfortunately, I can't do one checksum it does every now and then, so it gets annoyed. Doesn't actually impact gameplay at all.
Cool.
Well, if you get healing items, you might as well use them.
Cool.
So I'm gonna swap that out because I'm getting close to pinning. Which is what I wanted to do. I really wanted her to gain like some nice easy levels and get up to Dagger Stealth level 2. This is actually where there is a item here. See how it says that there's a special item, which you can see the outline of, but only one character can have it at a time, so one of my other characters is holding on to it. If I end up needing it, I'll just like find out which one it is and hand it over. It's not really a challenge to get to it, as you can see. In multiplayer, that would be a problem, because I think every person can pick it up. Strictly a single player thing. Now when you get two characters like this, you're going to have to start dabbling with areas more than one floor, because as you can see, I've largely cleaned house on this floor already. So then the two choices you have are you could just sort of like leave the game running and go take a break, come back like half an hour and things will be popped up, or you can go to another floor and wait for it that way. It's less of a problem when you have enough floors that you can safely traverse. You kind of feel that crunch super early on, because you can only handle a couple of floors, or maybe even just one floor at a time.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a little peek here. So we got 2 tomes, a 3rd tome. Okay. Anytime you get a couple tomes, even if they turn out to not be good tomes like the Tome of Lies, it's still a good sign in my opinion. It means you're looking in the right areas. That's nice. Even more tomes. Get in the tome pile. Yep, another one. Nice, nice, nice. Very nice. Let's head back and see what we ended up with. Oh, some of the dungeon ended up repopulating randomly. Nice. I thought I was gonna have to start poking down to the next floor anyway. Okay. There we go. Okay. Sort out the junk. Now, if you have characters that are smarter than others, like just have a better chance of identifying, just give it to them, because they'll identify it a little better. More learning. We love to see it. More agility. Also great. Lies, lies, and might. We haven't seen one of these yet. Don't need that. Don't need that. But agility is gonna go right over into the thief. 3 more agility and they can gain the next little nodule up. I don't know if there are like stat requirements to join guilds for strength, but I'm gonna take a quick peek. Because they can't join too many of these guilds anyway. But what I can join is Explorer's not a bad one. I can already join that with my strength. Thief doesn't need more. Can't join Warrior. Nope. I don't strictly need strength. 12 is enough for every guild that I can join. But you know what? I kind of like to keep it a little even. Let's slap it over to them. Let's take a look at other stat requirements for Thief. I need to have 12 intelligence and I have 10. So yes, I need to use the 2 intelligence learning potions stat boosts I got just to get into it. So that's good to note. And that's why I saved them. So it looks like you're going to get a good still stat boost. Let's get that sorted. There we go. We're a good nodule closer towards getting that thief level up. So yeah, it starts progressing a lot faster once you're not struggling for just survival. We're also pretty close to wearing that lovely dagger of stealth. For artisan, I believe you only need level 10.
Cool. Cool.
Nice. Yeah, Fate's not too bad of a trap either. It can actually heal you if you get lucky. But usually the bigger thing it randomizes is your magic points, but I mean, I'm not using them anyway yet, so it doesn't matter too much. gonna use the dwarf to open that because he has a 90% resistance to it anyway. So, it's a calculated risk. Already almost pinned, so I'm gonna switch around and use the other one. Goes pretty fast if you just actually kill everything. Like, rowdies are tougher, but they also give good experience. So this is the other end of that weird room I walked into. Is if you go down here, there's 2 pits you fall into, and then you can walk down into one of the new areas of the game. But you know, I don't need it bad enough in order to go through multiple pit traps to get to. I'll definitely consider it down the road though. Trying to decide, do I want to get my magic user in here and start getting them in, or grab another warrior? And I'm definitely leaning towards the warrior because they'll need less stats to get going, so maybe that's just a better bet to get rolling. Nice. Clean. Okay, and since they're pinned and I'm fully healed, when I go back to town, I'm actually gonna dip into the next floor and see if I can't at least kill a few enemies and maybe get some better equipment. Like, here's one of the mages. Oh, that's cute. That's not what it is. It's not a flame dragon. It's just a snake, but... we're not quite geared enough to really do great here, so... But yeah, I'll take a bracer. That'll add to my pool of items I feel like I can buy. Yeah, I just wanted to get to the point where they were both leveling up. Okay, I got my second assigned quest for warrior. I'll read it out to you guys. You have been assigned the required level 18 guild quest. After training, you are assigned to see Requinix. As you enter his office, you are impressed with the many stuffed creatures that he has decorated his walls and floor space. Sitting at a wicked-looking desk with many sharp objects is Requinix, who looks up as you enter. I'm glad they sent you to me. I want you to go down and kill a Hicksay. Use your new fighting abilities and rip them to pieces. We loathe the undead. and expect you to kill any that you see on sight. Return swiftly, and I will give you your reward. You must defeat one Hicksay. This isn't too difficult of one either. I'm really glad to see that potion there, though. That's a welcome sight. Let's slap this bad boy on. I'm gonna trade it out for that slot. That slot. That slot. There we go. More strength. Nice. Perfect. More endurance would be good for making another character. More strength for them. More agility. And I will save the endurance for the next character. The same thing will apply, about 5 there, and I can make one. Nah, I don't really need this snake kicking around with me. It was cute, but I mean, not useful enough. So now I've got the first required quest for this class, the level 8 one. Hello, a well-built artisan introduces himself. My name is Artok. I am the quest master for this guild. You and I will be doing business as your abilities progress. He shifts himself. Your first task will be to find and defeat an orc. When you have finished your task, I will reward you with 200 gold coins. He looks you over. Good luck, newcomer. You must defeat one orc. I think we can do that. I think that's not a task that we can't manage. Especially since we just gained a decent amount of strength. So now let's go look for that orc. It's definitely loading enemies in a kind of weird pattern again, but it's okay.
Cool.
Another thing I like to do is I have someone that has a quest, I stick them in the back until I finish it, because that way it takes longer for them to pin out. Oh, and actually this is the quest that my warrior needed as well, so one of their quests is already all settled. I wasn't even focusing on that one.
Cool.
Perfect. Well, they were both in the same place anyway, so it's fine. Of course, there's orcs around every corner except for when you actually need to fight them, huh? Oof. Well, I have an extra charisma potion, so it's not too big of a crisis. I should have looked before I opened it.
Cool.
Well, it's certainly not throwing orcs at me, that's for sure.
Cool. Cool.
Was there another path this way? Guess so. There we go, there's our orcs. Nice. Well, we're here already. Let's bonusly kill all these guys. So this is a special area known as the barracks. It's got an item you can get here that you need for progressing artisan past a certain point, so
Cool.
Sticky Fingers is gonna need that first. Not like the other one that I was telling you about, you can only hold one at a time, so you're gonna have to come back each time you set up a new character to go through Artisan. It's not too big of a deal though, it's not like it changes spots and it's on floor 2, so it's fairly accessible. So I'll read out the quest summaries for winning. The warrior one was Rekonix looks up from his desk with a steady gaze. Good work. Always remember that we load the undead. Not as much as the paladins, mind you. But then we don't have our heads up our asses like they do either. He stands up. Here's your gold. He throws you a bag. Take it, and I'll see you again soon. Now for our artisan one. This one's a lot simpler. Ardok looks you over. Good job. Orcs can be tough, so you've shown you're a competent fighter. Fair enough. No grand speeches, no displays of wealth. Well, let's clean up. We at least got some more dexterity, which is going to get us closer to actually being a thief. More might's always good. A little stronger for each of us. Good, good. And I've got good news for myself because I can go ahead, slap this key in here, and upgrade to the Dagger of Stealth for now. We made it past the beginning. And that bodes well for us. I'm feeling a little adventurous after all that, so I'm gonna poke my nose in here, and if we get beat up, I'll turn around, go back to town, and heal up.
Bye-bye. Cool.
It's about time we start adding a little bit fancier equipment to our stuff, so... Gotta fight our way to it. Now we can't actually see these guys, they've got that until you get a certain item that we just don't have yet. But this might be one of them. There we go, now we can look at them. Now having them be invisible is actually a penalty to your ability to hit them and the damage you do to them, so it's just a layer of protection that they have over you until you can negate that by getting an amulet of ultra vision. Just a fancy way of being able to see better. There we go. Now I should look into whether I can actually join guild, because if I can join thief, I'm just gonna do it. So there's 2 pieces of equipment I can't wear at this level, but you know what? I can actually blast through thief, get up to like level 5 or 6. I will end up switching back to artisan, but the ability to open chests better is gonna be so much worth it. You know what? I'll just dip the other way now. we're gonna get beat up doing this, but the thing is I can already level once from what I've done, so by the time it's a real problem, I'll already be pinned. Maybe not fight more warriors. I had to ban a spam bot already. That's how you know you started streaming. The end, we already pinned. Let's go level that up. Oof. They killed them so fast. That is so unfortunate. But you know what? That's life. And if you can carry your own team members back to town, and they don't have to wait weeks to get repaired and rescued. Oh man, it failed? That's only 5%, but I guess it's fine. But we had some luck from that. Like, look at this. We already got a potion of strength. Now this floor is actually kind of rough for this team, but you know, you gotta start challenging yourself.
Cool. Cool.
Well, it seems to have had a bounty on its head, so see if it's any good.
Cool.
This might be a copy of the first one because it's not really smart enough not to spawn the same bounty more than once sometimes. And if that sounds funny, it's because it is, but we'll see. Like, here's a third one with a bounty, so We'll see how many of those are real. Settle for one level. Okay, we'll hold on to that until someone else needs to use it.
Cool. Cool.
I'm still looking good when I can level up. I'll fight those warriors, but warriors are always the roughest in any new floor for a while. They're good experience, good items, but dang if they don't just hurt.
Cool.
Alright, we'll head back and I'll see if I can't take some of them on. Yeah, we got him. Still took half the health of poor Sticky Fingers, but you know, can't say we didn't give our best, and we unlocked better boots, and that's something I wanted to do. So I'm gonna keep dipping my toes into the levels I can drop stuff. Nice, and Thief is overtaken. I'm gonna try to do quests if they give them to me. But if they give me anything outrageous, I am going to pay the fine on them. I think I can kill an Issus, though. Better boots for you. Sure thing.
Cool.
Nice, I'm already getting a good idea of what is the trap on chests.
Cool.
Here's my quest completed. Fantastic.
Cool. Cool.
Now this is a pretty interesting area. This is a little anti-magic place. I don't really want to have a character teleported away at this point, so I'm just gonna leave that.
Cool.
So this is actually a case of there's a teleporter that's actually useful. This one teleports you right by the town. So it's a good one to remember. There are two types of teleporters in this dungeon. One will send you to random locations on the same floor, and the other one will send you to a specific location, and those ones are good for traversal. You can make annotations on the map to denote them if you think you won't remember them, but I just remember a handful of them that are really useful. And that is definitely an early one. So, I've received the level 7 quest for a thief. Let's see what this one is. As you complete your training, a small Ceres who has the facial features of a mouse suddenly appears in front of you. He is wearing black leather armor and has numerous daggers strapped to his belt. Hello, I am Meek. He studies you and sniffs you like an animal. I am your help. I am Advanced Thief. You jump back, startled. The man then hands you one of your items. This is yours. Surprised as hell how easily he relieved you of it, you quickly grab it out of his hand. He continues, Orc, kill Orc. You return to me and I give you armor. Be sleek and dark. He wiggles his nose like a mouse, and you will be good thief. A second later, he's gone. You must defeat one orc. Well, that was interesting. I think it's one of the more fun little quest masters. Ah, good, we got another one of these. Now they can both see invisible creatures. No, it doesn't hurt to have both characters able to heal when they need to, so I'll just let them both hold on to one. So yeah, now we gotta go find another orc, huh? Kinda wish it had repopulated a bit more. It's unfortunate. Oh, there we go. That'll work. There we go. It worked out anyway.
Cool. Bye-bye.
So these underwater areas have fish, and fish have a good chance of dropping just random potions. But honestly, I don't really go into those areas until I get a little sturdier. They are a little harder than the average monsters on these floors.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, see, a little rough, but we won. Alright, and let's see what the flavor text is at the end. Meek flits out of nowhere and tosses you a suit of padded leather armor, then runs off laughing.
Cool.
Perfect. And just like that, we largely start outfitting ourselves fairly nicely. This is actually another spot for a quest item that someone has.
Cool.
I think it's a mage item. I just have a character holding on to all of them so that I don't have to go hunting them down when I need them. There's some sturdier bears. There we go. Another level of this. And a couple rounds of thief. Nice. I'm gonna switch back to artisan and keep rolling on that. Since thief is like the main core of this one, I'm probably gonna swap back and forth at various points like this just to kind of keep my thief rising, because thief is what makes the big difference in actually equipping yourself early on. I think this is a pretty decent little weapon. One-handed, 2 swings. I think this is an improvement on the dagger, so I'll store that for now. That'll be useful next level. And think about it for a minute, but didn't we win a couple bounties? Let's take a look again. Yeah, it didn't look like anything too exciting, but I'll take a peek. Don't think I have much chance of finding these. Not gonna turn a pseudo dragon in. Not gonna get a centaur. Could do that. Not gonna return a vetch. And they gave me one of these guys as a pet, but it's pretty useless. Got some gold out of it though, so that's kind of nice.
Bye-bye.
Let's be risky. Let's bump our nose down here. That was dangerous. Also dangerous. Okay. Nose bumping acquired. Found danger immediately. Fair enough. Well, it's okay, because I can already level. That was a big, painful adventure, but you know what? I got plenty of healing. And this is what it's for. Powering our way through this nonsense.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
This is another place for one of the guild items. Also being held as usual.
Cool.
There we go. Got ourselves pinned. Just in time to need to heal. Good timing. Well, that's kind of lucky. This is actually an improvement for the warrior. Not a useful tome, but that's okay. This is actually a good weapon for a thief if they can get to it. Oh, and we got one of these? That bodes well. Slap that guy on for now. It's a solid upgrade. So I'll save this as a potential upgrade for them for a while. Yep, probably gonna keep streaming for another 15 minutes, then call it for a while.
Cool.
Ah, that's right. These guys are not fighting me, that's good. I forgot if I learned magic. I think I did. Let's see what I can do. Magical entry is a spell that lets you open locked treasure chests, so I don't have anything else I'm using my magic for, so I might as well see if I can do it. Oh, I can't cast it with my intelligence. What are the requirements? 14 and 14. Yeah, I don't have that yet, so I guess can't utilize that until later. Oh well. Well, that's fine. We do what we can with what we got. I could fight the ants. I don't think it's a great idea. They can actually hurt you quite a bit in the beginning. So I'll fight them if I need to. Otherwise, they'll just be chilling. Even these guys were a little rough, but you know what? It's fine. We got most of the experience for 2 levels. See if a little bit of this is populated again. Yeah, so now that we've got some options, like, we don't get trapped just in empty rooms. So expanding your play like this is the way to go. As you can see, having that second character just makes this so much simpler. Just imagine what the third one's gonna bring.
Cool.
chest. Cool. There we go.
Cool.
There we go. He's not that dangerous, but one party member is a little rough fighting him. He can spit, he can destroy items. He's just a nasty character. We got enough to level. Let's make our way back. They want me to kill a slave masher. A little annoying, but I know where they live. It's in the dungeon. Okay. So I believe I can upgrade my weapon. Nice. I will hold on to the Stagger as stealth because it's a non-class restricted item, which means that my other guilds can wear it, but for Warrior this is a better weapon. So that's another endurance. That gets us closer to a third character. More strength. And insights. So save those for who needs them. That's 2 more towards it. Which of us needs it more? It's about even, doesn't matter. I didn't mean to switch, but it doesn't matter. I'll probably switch it back. What do we got? More endurance, more might. So they both get 1. That's fair. So that's 3 of endurance. We're pretty close now. You get one and you get one. So we'll go on a quick little jaunt, see if we can't rustle up a slave master somewhere. I wonder if that one in the barracks has respawned.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Could make our way there. Find out. If not, I know a second place they can be. Some monsters you can only find randomly. Slave masters are a layered monster. They have a few places that they will always spawn. It's looking good. It looks like this is part of the things that regenerated.
Cool. Cool.
There we go, we got our slave master. We almost pinned doing that. Good timing. We can dip down here. Okay, let's see how that goes. Level that up. Level that up. Looking pretty good. Heal. Clear the inventory. Now, what are these tomes? Did we get something good? Well, more strength is always welcome. More learning. Good. I'm just gonna quickly consolidate some of these up. The adventure continues. I don't really want to get teleported away, so that doesn't seem like a good bet. We've got enough for a level, but let's keep pushing. These guys were pretty rough. Let's let them chill.
Cool.
There we go. That was some good experience. Nope, definitely not. I think we're gonna accept that as our token to pump out. We both got beat up, but we both can level. More insight is welcome as well. Let's look at these. See anything good? Nothing that I see that looks too amazing. Well, yep. So this was a good round of dungeon crawling. We're close to getting a third member of the team. I'm thinking I'm gonna make the warrior next. Our nice giant explorer warrior. Maybe get to the point where we can start levitating over those pits, and we can stop avoiding certain areas and take a lot less damage. But yes, thanks for anyone that was watching. Have a lovely, adventurous day. Take care.